me getting hired at Billboard as a hip hop editor, especially as an African American, because not many of us, that make it to that kind of publication. And, I got hired, I want to say I'm 31 now. I got hired when I was 27. And prior to that, I was freelancing at Billboard full time. But I had been in the game, like I told you, since 18, 19. So I always was trying to find a home. I never had a full-time job up until Billboard in journalism. I was always a freelancer. So I would say when I got that call to be the Billboard hip-hop editor, again, I didn't think I was good enough to be a hip-hop editor. I thought I could be a staff writer. To be hip-hop editor, that was a trophy for me. That was a chip, something that I hold proudly to this day. And I would probably say number two, and I got it right here, hanging, is my getting that Billboard cover. Again, it's all about confidence, right? I know I know that I'm a great writer, and I knew I was a great writer, but I never thought I would be able to do a Billboard cover, because doing a cover story is just a different kind of level. Like, you could do online writing, but to do magazine writing and to do a cover, there's a certain art to it, a certain skill. So when I got given that opportunity to do it last year, just the reception of it, and doing it with somebody like DaBaby, who's now that's just my guy, you know what I mean? Because he lost his father last year, and then he went number one with Kurt. I lost my father around the same. We both lost our fathers at the same time when we were coming up, and for him to go number one, for me to get that cover, that's kind of like my trophy to my dad. Like, I would say that was probably the most rewarding part of my career, because that told me, hey, you know what? You can perform on the biggest platform and do a cover, as a black man, in this field, so that, for me, those two moments stand out the most. I kind of ideally see myself stepping away from writing, and, I do want to continue. I want to go back into the sports world a little bit. I would love to throw some commentary in there, join the boys, Stephen A. Smith, Jalen Rose. But, I've been working on different projects, man, like doing different interview series, trying to do more video stuff. Because, like I said, I love writing, but just being able to communicate with people during this quarantine and just be able to do more hosting opportunities and do more roundtable discussions, be that go-to guy, that go-to music analyst that can drop gems when needed. And then also, not even just for me, man, I kind of just want to, I've always thought about this, because I used to work with kids a lot back in the day. I always thought about going back to school, as a teacher. You know what I mean? Whether it's teaching, young kids, or me being a professor, I always wanted to go back and try to give back and teach in that regard, man. Because there's a lot of young, fiery, hungry kids out there that are dying just to get the proper education and the tutelage. And if I can be the guy to give that to them, that would be a gift within itself, man. And I appreciate everything you guys are doing 24/7, man. You guys are on it. You guys stay on the pulse. You guys create dope content, man, and I wish there were more publications like you guys out there, man, especially, journalism. Logic told me this last week, man, and he hit it right on the money. Journalism is dead, man, for the most part, and it's suffering due to bullshit content creators, you know what I'm saying? But we have dope guys like y'all at 24/7 Hip Hop cooking up fire content on the regular basis, feeding the viewers what they want to see and hear, man. So I commend and applaud y'all on everything that y'all doing.